Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Today I want to show how I catalog rubber stamps. I'm going to show basically how I'm cataloging my Julie Nutting paper doll stamps, but this technique and what I'm going to show you works for any kinds of rubber stamps. It doesn't matter what kind of stamps they are. They can be wood-mounted, cling stamps, foam stamps, anything. But for my Julie Nutting stamps, I really wanted to show this technique because it works really well. And for those of you who are collecting Julie Nutting stamps, you might find this to be a really helpful way of keeping track of what stamps you have, what stamps you need, and how to find a stamp to use for a project. So let's get started and have some fun. A lot of you guys collect the Julie Nutting paper doll stamps, and I've seen in some of the Facebook groups that I'm in that many of you have a lot of stamps, like anywhere between 30 and 100 or 100, even more than 100 stamps. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on how to catalog your Julie Nutting stamps. So Prima Marketing put out these nice little sheets here where you can check the little box next to this stamp. It shows a little picture of the girls, but what I don't like about this is it doesn't include all of the stamps that they have created since they started making Julie Nutting paper doll stamps, and there isn't a complete list or extra lists that have all of them. So to me, this is not my favorite way of making note of or checking to see which stamps I have and which stamps I don't have. So I wanted to come up with a better system for myself, and I've got to say that I have been gifted so many wonderful Julie Nutting stamps from my followers. May Rose sent me a package that had many stamps, and other people have sent me stamps that they've used, they're tired of, so they've sent them on to me. I've had several people do that. I've had people give them to me from my Amazon wish list. So I'm really getting a nice collection of Julie Nutting stamps, and so I use them for a lot of different things. I create digitals that I do sell in my shop for layover dress-up sheets for dressing up some of these paper dolls. And so I wanted to have a better way of cataloging them, and now I'm going to share that idea with you. So what you want to get is a size A5 little notebook. This one, of course, is ideas, because I keep notes on ideas I have for videos and projects for my art journals and things for my shop. So it's an A5 size 3-ring binder. You can get paper, that filler paper that goes in it that's lined. You can get these divider tabs. And so what I've done is I've gotten some paper. This is A5 size paper with nothing on it. It's just blank. I got mine from Amazon, and you could probably find it maybe at Staples or Office Max, Walmart, any place else online if you don't like to shop on Amazon. But these are the A5 size plain unlined sheets, and they measure approximately 8 1/4 by 5 3/4 across that fit in the 3-ring binder. So what I like about them is it's nice sturdy paper, and it doesn't have any lines. So it's just refill paper without lines, blank. For my book, I have chosen to use 1 page per stamp set. And the reason for that is I store my stamp sets in a photo box standing up, and I have them alphabetical. So that to me is the easiest way to keep them stored and to find them when I'm looking for a specific stamp. So I'm going to stamp only 1 set per page. That way, if you get a new stamp and, you know, if it's, say, like this is Nisha, so say you got a different stamp, like maybe Nikki, and Nikki would come next. If there was something else on the back side of this page, then you wouldn't be able to slip it in there. And so I want them each on their own individual page, and I have their name at the bottom, and I have them in alphabetical order in my book. So the easiest way for stamping them that I have found is for storing them. I cut across the top of my packages. I keep them in their package where you can just slide the plastic sheets with the stamps out, and then slide them back in for storing. So for stamping them, you don't even have to remove them, put them on a stamp block. You just use them just like this as they come. And if you just put the stamp set down on your workspace, I'm using Ranger Archival ink in Cobalt Blue. I like it because when you stamp it, it comes off the stamp. It doesn't stain your stamp really well or too much, and I'll show you. The other thing is priming your stamp. If you go in a circle and you prime your stamp like this, and then you pat, 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 you're going to get a better layer of ink for stamping. So you prime them and ink them all at one time, and you lay down your sheet of paper, and you can flip this whole plastic sheet with the stamps on them over at one time, lay it down, and just rub your hand over them and press them down in to get the stamped image. So you don't have to stamp each individual little thing that's in the set. You can do the whole set at one time, so it's pretty quick for cataloging. And then when you take that off, you've got the set on your sheet, and then I can just, down at the bottom, write that this is Nisha and put it in alphabetical order in my book. And then you can clean your stamps all together. I like to use these paint pads and stamp cleaner. I just rub some stamp cleaner onto the paint pad and then rub them across your stamp to clean the ink. You want to keep your stamps clean. Look at how nicely and easily that cleaned off my stamps all at one time. And then you can put the back plastic sheet on and slide it right back into its case and stand it up alphabetically in your photo box. So another nice thing that you can do then is when you're getting ready to make a card or whatever it is you're going to use your stamp for, you can flip through and look at what the images look like, what all their accessories are. Some of them have hats, so you could use those hats in different places, or they have other accessories that go with them that you might want to use on a different doll to swap them around, change them up. So now you can see exactly what they're going to look like stamped. I love having them cataloged this way. So I hope this gave you a good idea of a great way of cataloging your Julie Nutting rubber stamps. And the other nice thing about this method of storing your stamps and having them cataloged is when you're shopping, I mean, if you wanted to take this with you, like some stores like Michael's are starting, they used to carry Julie Nutting and they're starting to carry them again. You can take your little notebook with you, and that way you don't double buy something that you already have. Also, if you're shopping online, maybe you're looking on Etsy or eBay or Amazon or Prima or any place, and you're looking to buy some new Julie Nutting stamps, and you see one and you think, oh, that's super cute, I want to buy that stamp, but maybe you already have it. I've done it. I've been there, done that, where you think you have something, you think you don't have something, and you purchase it, and then you realize you do have something. So that's the other nice way of keeping a book like this. Before you shop, you can see a cute stamp and say, oh my gosh, that Besties stamp with the two little mermaids is so cute. And then you look it up because the name is Besties. You have this in alphabetical order. Oh, you know what? I've already got the Besties stamp, so you don't duplicate buy. That's another great reason for cataloging your stamps. There will be links in the description box of this video for the supplies that I've shown. So the A5 binder, the plain sheets of paper, the tabs, if you want to tab this out even alphabetically, you could put little dividers with tabs alphabetically. And those will be in the description box. If you can't find the description box to a video, right under the title on YouTube, there are some words, and then it'll say ... MORE more. If you tap on that, off to usually the right side, another box opens up, again, if you tap the ... more, and the full description drops down. It has all the links to anything that I've mentioned, items and links for sale, information about my shop, and things like that. Links to the playlist for all my Julie nutting videos. There's over 45 videos showing just different things to do with Julie nutting stamps, including altered books and journals and display cards and things like that. So check that playlist out and go to the description box. If you can't find this in a local shop and you want to buy it online through the links I've provided, then the links are in that description box. There's also links to places where you can make a donation if you choose and feel guided to make a donation for me. And then there's a Amazon wish list. So if you want to buy me something from my Amazon wish list and have it sent to me, I love all that, of course. And thank you so much for everybody. So to help me out, like, subscribe, share, make a comment, tell your friends, and have fun. And always, always go make art, because art soothes the heart.